Hey there, Gamer Dad here. I also happen to be a college professor, teach computer systems and networking at Durham College, and I've been asked to talk about DNS. So I'm going to do a very simple explanation of DNS. DNS stands for Domain Naming Service, and this is how the internet runs. What it does is takes IP addresses, which I've talked about before, 192.168.1, whatever, and attaches it to a web address like google.com. Now, humans, we speak letters, and the internet speaks numbers. So DNS puts those together and compiles a comprehensive list of everything on the internet and saves them all at these DNS servers. But I'm going to show you it working here in a lab that I have for my students where they built 4 networks, technically 5, because from here to here is a network. And each of these servers are acting as DNS for their own network. So if I go over here into the services, I can go to DNS, and you'll see it has 4 A records. An A record is what is the website and what is the basic information about the server, including the IP address where that web address is being hosted. So in this one is class.local. But the interesting thing is, if you go, well, first off, you go over here, desktop, and we go here, you'll see that each PC has a DNS server, just like you do at home. If you do an IP config, you're going to find out your DNS server is probably your home router. Now, and what's going on here, this one is getting its DNS from this server. And again, we'll go over here, DNS, we'll see it here, and you'll see, oh, there's a record for that one. So what we're going to do is go over here to a web server, and we're going to, it's like class local, lab local, whatever, right? So we'll go class.local, because it's an internal, and there's the website. But this DNS server only knows about the web server it's hosting. And if you want to talk to other servers, we've manually configured it so that it knows about the second one, the third one, the fourth one. So if this device, just like at home, wanted to hit any of these other web servers, it would talk to this DNS server and say, yo, where's this website? And he goes, well, I don't have it, but this guy has it over here, so I'll take you over there. And you'll get to be able to access the web address. At home, your home router is compiling DNS records and for websites you visited, and it just speeds things up, and it keeps a list. If you want to see that, you can go ipconfig /display DNS, and you'll see a list of every site that's been visited recently on that PC. It's getting, your router's getting those informations, or that information from your ISP, and your ISP is getting that from all the domain servers on the planet. Now, we can do a fun little thing here is I'm going to move this command prompt over here, and I'm going to ping, let's make sure that's right over here so you can see it, google.com, not an address, like not an IP address. I'm going to go google.com. Now, google.com is going to give me this one, 142.251.41.78. I'm going to just put this over here. What is it again? 142.251.41. I'm going to copy and paste it. .78. Cool. Oh, that's right. Okay, great. So then we'll go over to Firefox. Where's my Firefox? There's Firefox here. I'm going to put that IP address in there, which is 142.251. Am I doing this right? I hope so. 41.78. And then we should go and hopefully get google.com, unless I put the wrong address in here. Let me see what I got over here. 142.251.41.78. Oh, sorry. I'm making a little boo-boo there. Sorry, that's 142. There we go. And we hit go. And there you go. Google.com. So the DNS records have, the address and the IP address. So if you take that IP address and put it into a web browser, you'll get the actual, like the thing the humans read, right? And from there you can do things like IP config, display DNS. I'm not going to run that because you're showing my home server and my outside facing address. But the other thing you can do is flush DNS, and that will clean up all of the recent records, should clear up all of the recent records on a PC. This is very helpful in networking if you've changed networks or your default router or that kind of thing. So basically, let me just go over here. If you picture this as like your home network, and this is like somebody else's network, and over here is Google, and they're all on the internet and stuff like that, the DNS records, and I think I actually pulled one up here on Firefox. Oh, there you go. So if you look down here, you'll see like these would be root servers, and they would keep track of all of the official records, and they would propagate them down to ISPs and all those people all the way down to you at home. And if you don't understand DNS records in general, you got your root record, which is just a dot. And after that, you get like your high level stuff like .com, .uk, countries, Google, all the way down to second level, which is company's name, all the way down to, you know, mikeisreallycool.com. The interesting thing, if you were to register, or I was to register a website, mikeissupercool.com, on a Canadian server, within probably 15 minutes to max an hour, the whole world would have a record. All of the DNS servers in the world would have a record of that, and you could type as mikeissupercool.com, and everybody would find it. So basically, the domain naming service combines IP addresses with the names of websites, whatever those happen to be, like superdupercool.com, and makes a DNS, domain naming service record, it's an A record, and says, okay, well, if you want to talk to this, it's going to be at this IP address somewhere on the internet, and you can go to riot.com and like get, log into League and do all these cool things, or hit google.com and just work the internet. This is basically how the internet works, just by combining IP addresses with that. And you're getting your DNS from whoever your default gateway is. Okay? Pretty straightforward explanation. I hope that helps. See ya.